Okay, so what if I told you that a nearly 3,000-year-old argument over how to organize a book actually drew a cultural map across modern India? Seriously, this isn't just some dusty history lesson. It's a living, breathing schism that's still shaping traditions today.
We're going to start with a map, but not the kind you're thinking of with borders and empires. Nope, this is a map of ideas, one that was sketched out by a single massive disagreement over one of the world's most ancient texts. So, this is the big question, the one we're going to unpack. What if a philosophical split from way back in the Iron Age is still visible today, dividing a whole subcontinent? Not by politics, but by two completely different ways of reading the exact same sacred manual. To even get close to an answer, we first have to understand the book at the center of it all. So, what exactly is the Yajurveda? You might be picturing these grand epic poems or deep philosophy, but it's actually something way more practical.
Think of the Yajurveda as a super high-stakes how-to manual. I mean, its name literally means knowledge of rituals. It's the official step-by-step guidebook for the priest who's actually performing a sacrifice. While other Vedas have the hymns, the why, this one is all about the how. It's the nuts and bolts, the physical choreography of the ritual.
And right here, this is where the plot really thickens. The single most important thing to know about this ritual manual is that it's split right down the middle. There was this huge ancient divide that created two competing schools of thought, the white and the black.
Now hang on. When we hear white and black, our modern minds immediately go to good versus evil, right? You gotta throw that idea out the window. This whole epic conflict boils down to one simple, elegant idea: organizational clarity. That's it.
So on one side, you've got the Kṛṣṇa, or black, Yajurveda. Now Kṛṣṇa here means something like motley or unarranged. And why? Well, because the core instructions and the detailed commentary explaining those instructions are all just mixed together, woven into one single, continuous text.
And on the other side, you've got the Śukla, or white, Yajurveda. And you probably guessed it, Śukla means clear or well-arranged. This tradition took a totally different route. It cleanly separated the core text from all the commentary, creating two distinct, super-organized volumes. Okay, I know this might still feel a little abstract, so let's make it way more concrete. I've got a couple of modern analogies that are going to make this 2,800-year-old editorial debate just click for you.
All right, first analogy. Picture a college textbook. The Kṛṣṇa Black Veda is like that all-in-one annotated edition, where the original text and all the professor's notes are just jumbled together on every single page. The Śukla White Veda, that's the newer version. You get one clean, pristine textbook with just the core material, and then a completely separate companion guide with all the commentary. See the difference?
And what's so cool is that this wasn't some dusty academic squabble. Oh no. The tradition explains this split with an origin story that is, and I'm not exaggerating, absolutely wild. The story goes that this brilliant, but maybe a little headstrong sage named Yajnavalkya got into a massive fight with his guru. It got so bad that his teacher demanded he give back all the sacred knowledge he'd ever been taught. And not just metaphorically, he had to literally vomit the Veda. But wait, it gets even weirder. The other students, seeing all this sacred knowledge just lying there, transformed themselves into birds and ate it. This digested, pre-mixed kind of second-hand knowledge became what we now know as the Kṛṣṇa, or black, Yajurveda. The name itself implies it's been, well, processed.
But our guy, Yajnavalkya, he wasn't finished. He went and prayed directly to the sun god Surya, who was so impressed with his devotion that he revealed a brand new, fresh and bright Veda just for him. And this pure, first-hand divine revelation, that became the Śukla, or white, Yajurveda. It's an incredible story that really frames one tradition as inherited and mixed, and the other as pure and direct from the source. And for a quick global comparison, this whole dynamic might sound familiar if you know anything about other world religions. Think about the Catholic versus the Protestant Old Testament. The Kṛṣṇa Veda is kind of like the older Catholic canon, which integrates additional books. The Śukla Veda, then, is more like the Protestant Reformation, a movement to separate out a pure text from what some saw as later additions.
Okay, so we've got the history, we've got the analogies, and it all builds to this, the big path. Because this ancient story, this whole debate, it's not just history. You can literally see the result of it by looking at a map of India right now. That's right. This nearly 3,000-year-old argument over textbook layout is the living, breathing curriculum in traditional Vedic schools all across India today. I mean, at this very moment, young students are dedicating their entire lives to memorizing either the mixed version or the separated one. And here it is, the big reveal. These two traditions map onto India's geography with stunning precision. If you go to South India, places like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, it's the Kṛṣṇa, that annotated textbook tradition that's dominant. But if you travel up to North India, especially around the great spiritual center of Varanasi, the Śukla, or clean textbook tradition, is king. That ancient schism is a modern cultural border. It's amazing. So why does any of this matter? I mean, why should we care about an ancient editorial dispute? Well, because it's actually about something much, much deeper than just how you organize a book. When you really boil it down, this Great Schism is this perfect story about how we, as humans, deal with knowledge. It's a timeless debate. On one side, you've got the messy, integrated, in-the-field manual, where theory and practice are all fused together. And on the other, you have the clean, systematized, purified archive, where the core ideas are protected and set apart. Which way is better? That's a question they were asking 2,800 years ago. And honestly, it's a question we're all still trying to figure out today.